What's up, country living? Today's episode is going to be called Tennessee Outdoor Adventures. It starts out at like 4:40 in the morning, getting a biscuit from a mean old woman. Then we go 6.3 miles back on Rattlesnake Ridge on the lease, do a little turkey hunting, and then we come down into Hubbard's Cove here on the lease, and we dig some pachysandras, and y'all are coming along for the ride. Let's get into it.
Same old song. You laugh to grab that shovel. We're hunting treasure in this hard-packed ground. Your cap pull low, cold sweet tea in a stained styrofoam. You wink, boy, don't you stall. Hit that dirt like it done you wrong. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs, turning up roots and busted up rocks. Sweating our eyes, but we carry on, chasing them tails in the heat so strong. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs. If we don't find gold, we still belong. Right here side by side all day long. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs.
It's up against the tree.
Truck humming on the gravel, radio fuzzy, but we both sing along. He says, son, life's just like this. You keep on swinging till the bad luck's gone. We found a rusted horseshoe, bottle caps, a nail, one broken comb. He holds them up like diamonds. Says, look here, that's history in your palm. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs, turning up roots and busted up rocks. Sweating our eyes, but we carry on, chasing them tails in the heat so strong. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs. If we don't find gold, we still belong. Right here side by side all day long. Me and Daddy digging big 4 prongs.
Y'all, Micah's not going to work with me today. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm heading down to the lease. We've not turkey hunted down there this year, which is kind of crazy, but all my kids have killed a turkey. I've not. I got my sacks, my diggers, and everything in the back. As soon as I get down there, I'm fixing to load everything up. Probably hunt till about 8, and then I got to start digging pachysandras and hepaticas. But I'm excited. I needed to leave the house at 4, but man, I just couldn't hardly daggum do it. All right, y'all. I can't see if y'all can see. I've never wore a head cam. Sky's getting bright. I've got everything. We got about a 6-mile ride, so. Okay, y'all, it's just getting where I can see the ground. I couldn't see a snake, but I've got about a half of a mile to where I want to see what I can hear. Got my decoy, backpack. The sky's lit up just a little bit. I just want to get away from where that loud four-wheeler's been of mine. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Let's see if we can't get a turkey. Guys, where it was dark, that was way further of a walk than I thought it was gonna be. I'm soaking wet with sweat. But me and Micah was digging the other day, and we've been around there miles walking, and for some reason this ridge is scratched to death, and there's fresh scratches. So we made this little like blind spot. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We put that brush right there. There's my backpack. My decoy's right up there. Alright, I'm gonna get my face mask on and my calls. I just heard a turkey gobble down here. Alright, y'all, I gotta get ready. I've got one gobbling around the mountain. It sounds like it's around 300 yards. I know it heard this call because it gobbled at it. So I'm going to stop calling for about 25-30 minutes. I'm going to give him time to work his way around here. Hopefully he'll come in. Man, I walked. That was too far of a walk this morning. I'm telling you, that really put a hurting on me. Turkey's gobbling. Bugs are bad this morning too, and I couldn't find that bug spray. There's a lot of turkey sign in here, man. We're 6.4 miles back. This is a long ways out in the middle of nowhere. Guys, I hear something coming, walking. I'll turn y'all off for a second. Alright, y'all. Let's see what time it is. 7:02. There's two gobblers. There's two gobblers across that guff. They started gobbling up against the top, and they've worked their way down. All the way down there to the bottom. And that's the only gobblers that I've heard. The only gobbling. There's tons of turkey sign right here. Tons. But that's all I've heard. I'm gonna hang tight about 15-20 more minutes. And then I've got to go dig some plants for Jackie. Now I know about where two gobblers roost, so that's a plus. I tell you something else that I don't like. I'm sitting down in rocks. I can see about 150 yards that way. I can see a long ways that way. And when you're hunting in big timber, you can't move around. And bugs have eaten me alive this morning. Oh my gosh, they have mauled me. Yeah, I'm gonna hang tight a little while longer. Then I gotta walk all the way back over at the four-wheeler. I didn't know it was this far over here. And gotta go dig some stuff for Jackie. But I brought my camera stand, so y'all will be going with me. I'll see y'all in a little while. right, y'all. No wonder I was so wore out and soaked in sweat this morning. I just now made it back to the four-wheeler. I've been walking probably 35-40 minutes. But that was an incline all the way to where I was going. You don't pay attention to things like that on a four-wheeler. Now, me and Micah dug ginseng all over this. But, goodness gracious. Let me tell you what. I'm glad I didn't do like I was going to do. Micah was begging to come down here, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've had 2 bad experiences down here in this place, and maybe if y'all asked to hear about them, I'll tell you. One of them was at dark. Man, I just heard turkey gobble. One of the experiences was at dark, and it was a really bad experience. Let's just put it like that. It scared me to death. But if you stay in the woods enough, eventually stuff's gonna happen. Especially wild. Look here, we're 6.3 miles back, and let me tell you something. The truck is parked in a wild place. But this is just on a, you're not going to get any wilder in Tennessee than where I'm at right now. I'm sorry, but you're not. I'm going to tell you something, 6.3 miles back into a gulf. And for y'all that don't know what a gulf is, you can see the mountain over yonder. You can see it straight up. Well, this big gully, old timers around here always called these gulfs. And this gulf's got a reputation for being the worst place in the world for snakes. And let me tell you something, its reputation is dead on the money too. Alright, well, I got a lot of plants to dig, so let me get this stuff strapped down. Talk to y'all in a minute. I don't know if y'all can see the four-wheeler. Y'all see it down there? Guys, I'm in a gated lease. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and I want to show you something right here. I'm going to tell you something. People on meth are a sight. Look, I want you to look. Look here. Somebody has collected rock cap moss. Look at it. Left a garbage bag full and hit it right here. And I want to show you something else. Look here. That's why I say somebody on meth. What is so special about that rock? Nothing. This bag looks like it's been sitting here for about 1.5 years. They're getting this rock cap moss. We sell quite a bit of it. The bag's been sitting there a while. I can't believe that. I might as well get it. There's no point in leaving it here. Good Lord. I see some pack of sanders right here. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Used to, I could get a couple hours of sleep when I was young and go strong. Well, look here. Them days are long gone. It's about killed me, boy. You know, I thought these things would be blooming right now. Yes, they ain't. That's what they look like. People love these things, man. Love them. And they're evergreen too. They're green year round. Oh, let's try right there. That kills me. I just heard a turkey gobble around the mountain. I just ain't hardly got time to hunt, and when I do, I want to try to put my kids and friends on them, and which is more rewarding than me killing them. I never thought it'd be that way, but it really is for me. Look here, guys. That's how you do it. Well, that killed me. I found that garbage sack of rock cap moss. That means that somebody had to get out on the highway and come a mile around through here. But them two rocks in it like that, that let me know right quick it's somebody on dope. And I know exactly who it is too. They're not on dope anymore. I'm not gonna say their name or nothing, but I know who it is. Because the only people that buy that moss like that is me and my mama. Goodness gracious, guys, look at that right there. Can y'all see that? Look what a clump. A pack of Sanders. Thank you, Lord. It don't take many digs like that to have a few, does it? And this dirt right here is pretty good too. Man, look at her. That's a behemoth. Hold this out so y'all can see. Put you over here. Touch this screen. Yeah, y'all can see me. I don't know if you can see these. Actually, I believe you can. See, I can see the winter tops laying all over the ground right here. These right here just come up. I guess these things have done bloomed. They bloom early. And they're an evergreen. Man, that's a big old clump right there. Get it. Let me try to get it without breaking it. Wildflower collectors and stuff. They love good plants, man. Look at that. I want you to look. What a freaking wad of pack of Sanders. Is that not something? Let me get them by the tops here. Y'all see that? That is awesome. I mean, big old wad. There was a guy, man, I used to sell to, and you see how there's 3 monsters right here. No, actually there's 4, 5. Well, that guy, he wanted clumps like that, but he only wanted to pay for the price for one single plant. And look here, I did it for about 2 weeks, and I'll say the guy's first name. His first name was Barry. Big nurseryman, not from this state. Look here, I finally told him, I said, man, I'm not digging clumps for you for the price of one plant. I shouldn't have never done it from the get-go, but where I was young, he took advantage of that. And I just quit fooling with that guy. Look at that. Lord have mercy. Boys, I'm telling you, that right there is alright. That is alright. I told Jackie that I saw some of these on the lease, but I didn't see many. I didn't know how many I could get. And she told me, she said, whatever you get helps. And I was like, alright. That's all you gotta tell me, but I wasn't expecting to lift up some big clumps like this. There are so many snakes in here, I'm terrified to touch the ground with my hands. This place is known locally is, you know, anytime you say I'm going in here, all the old timers, everybody knows, but like, oh my gosh, you better watch for snakes. It's the worst place I've ever seen for snakes. And they're absolutely out too. Look at all these winter tops right here, these old ones. And I hate touching the ground right here, especially in this bottom. It's a nice one. Man, that's a big old clump. Look at there. I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about right there. Old man getting on this lease was such a good deal. And the guy that's over it, I told him that I might turkey hunt it a little bit, and I might deer hunt it every now and then, but I wanted on it to dig ginseng and plants. And he thought that was cool. Great guy, man. Great guy. He thought that was so cool. He watches my videos. How I got acquainted with him is he knows my father-in-law. My father-in-law knows him. I'm gonna tell you something else, man. My father-in-law is a great guy. You ain't gonna find a finer feller than my father-in-law. He's a good one, buddy. Serves the Lord and shows love and kindness, man. And where I'm kind of standoffish, you know, I like, look here, I don't want to talk to a stranger. I'm just backwards like that, you know what I mean? But he shows love to everybody, man. Father-in-law's name is Steve Nance. He's a good one. Just heard something. Boy, for y'all people that are into Bigfoot, look here, when I was turkey hunting this morning, I heard something sounded like a tree bust, like over here to the left, like a couple 100 yards. So I expected to hear crash, 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 boom. There was no crashing. And then daggum, like maybe 3 seconds after the initial one, it was a loud, real loud pop. I ain't saying it's a Bigfoot, but look here, I will say this, it got my attention. What really got my attention is when over there where that turkey was gobbling, the same thing happened about 20 minutes later. But it was so loud, my brain was trying to comprehend what I was hearing. I don't know what it was, but like I said, I was expecting to hear a tree come crashing down, but nothing never did. I don't know. Well, that was a nice little patch. Got a few there. I won't be able to see my sack. I'm gonna walk around here, man, and see if I can't find some more of those. Alright guys, I found a few right here. I can see the winter tops right here starting to die. So what's this one going? Oh, there's some more right there. And that dirt right there is black looking. Look at that. Nice dig. Nice dig. Real nice root system on them. Really, that's just one real nice one. It's just a big one. I hate touching the ground in here. Come on. Here, guys. I couldn't find my work boots this morning. Now that I know I'm in this snaky bottom, I'm kind of glad that I'm wearing my son's mucks, because I mean, my shoes are snake proof too, but this place gives me the heebie-jeebies, buddy. All that stinging nettle or whatever, it feels good, you know. All right, let's find some more. All right, guys, right here's some, and in this snake den right here is a nice wad. So I can tear this old 7 bark out of here. Micah, Jackie wanted him to help run the store. She's just overwhelmed. Oh golly, it's stinging. Boy, it's stinging. Wait, we're overwhelmed with work right now, and so he stayed behind, ran the store, and that's why I left so early. Because with him having to do that, I knew I'd have a chance to kill a turkey. If he goes, I'm not shooting. You know, he's not having that. He gets excited, and I'm fine with that. But guys, look here, what a clump of Pachysandras. Y'all see that? Look. Let me touch this screen. This is why I didn't want to take his camera hunting. You see that dirt on my fingers? That scratches the lens and stuff. Look here. I don't know if that camera's doing that justice. That is a monster clump. Lord have mercy. They're just big old pretty things in here. That's soft dirt, man. I guess they can grow buck wild. Buck wild, you know. Thank you, Lord. I went to that banquet for that rehab that I went to. It's called Mosaic Recovery Center in Pelham. And I should have videoed more because it was so powerful and moving, but I didn't. I was just taking it all in, man. But I took every dime I had in my billfold, and my billfold was so fat I couldn't even shut it, and I donated every dime of it to them, because that's where I went. And I'm gonna tell you something, I wouldn't be here had I not went. I'd be dead and gone. There's no doubt. A lot of people say, well, I didn't hear you thank the Lord. You obviously don't know Mosaic Recovery Center, because that place and God go hand in hand. Absolutely. All right. I don't want chocolate up. That's a good one. Okay. It's running up in there. Goodness gracious. Look at that. Look at that. Good Lord. I'll tell you who I'm thinking about right now when I jerk up these pretty flowers like this. Is somebody that's done this, and he's another fine one. I've talked about him on here a lot. That's Jim Dyer. Jim, what do you think about these, buddy? Ain't that a sight? I spotted these going up in here ginseng digging last year, and I thought, man, you know, and I've walked every bit of this stuff. I thought, they ain't none of them in there. Because I would know. Look at that. That's that. That's probably 6 or 7 good ones right there. I mean good ones too. Okay, I got them. So let's go find. But anyway, I'm gonna include a clip of that banquet. One little clip I took, and I think it'll help y'all understand how I got clean. I think it'll help. Y'all check this out. amazing. A week ago, they was just a little green here and a little green there. Now it's a copperhead heaven. Hey, there's a bunch of Pachysandra tops right there. Well, yeah, look here. You don't see them. Oh, how about wiped out? Ah, that stingweed. There's like 5 million flies flying around. Goodness gracious. Jim, check him right there out, buddy. Look at the tops, man. That is, thank you God. What do you think about that, old timer? Man, look what a clump. Look at that. I bet it's got 35 tops in it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call Jim if I get a signal here in a minute and tell him, be like, hey man, I'm fixing to upload you one tonight. Check that out. I don't know if that could be made into more than one. It's just a clump. Oh, that's thing. If it hadn't been for the winter tops, I'd have never seen that, man. Ooh, Lord, that stuff's eating me alive, buddy. Man, there's some of the prettiest foam flower in here, guys. I've been driving up in there 6 miles to dig them things, and here they are on the front. If that makes sense. Now that I've got me a place knocked out, I can sit down. Don't have to worry about sitting on a big rattlesnake. Look there. Oh, that's good. Get me alive. Y'all are wondering what's eating me up. It's called stinging nettle. And it's this right here. It's got little microscopic hairs on it. And they will eat you up, buddy. And August is when it's real bad for me. Oh my gosh, man. Check that out. I can't believe this, you know what? I don't want to lie, but I'm going to have to tell Jackie. You know, I'll be like, Lord, I had to walk for 5 hours to find them things, you know it. No, I ain't, but boy, I want to. Okay. Man. Boy, them's pretty foam flowers. Let me show y'all. They're just so vibrant and pretty. We sell a bunch of them. If y'all go back in my episodes, that's what I was digging in the winter time. When I flipped the four-wheeler. It's pretty rough, you know what? Alright, I gotta find some more of these. I don't see any right here. Man, this thing right there is bad, boys. Woo! It's just part of it, I guess. Ah, that one got me too. There's a big clump of these right here. One's nice. Big old pretty things. Oh, that's nice. I couldn't buy them from nobody that could get them that good. You know, everybody says, oh, I know where they're at, and saying it, bringing them, I'm just talking about bringing them in. Wow. Now that is nice. Okay. Tilt this up a little bit. Look at the flies. I wish I brought that bug spray. Look here. Man, good Lord Almighty. There's a big stingweed in there. Lord have mercy. There's another big stingweed. And another one. Look at there. All right. I see some down in that stingweed right yonder. Okay. Woo. Boy, that stuff's potent, boy. If y'all are wondering what these are, just look them up. They're called Pachysandra. With a P. Yeah. There. Oh man. What stuff's getting me, boy. And if y'all are wondering, do you get on many snakes doing this? Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. And you're always right on top of it when you're on one. It ain't never right over there and like, hey, there's a snake. It's why, you know. Ooh, that stuff's eating me alive, man. Let's look for some more. I see some winter tops right yonder. That stuff's rough, buddy. If you ain't never experienced stinging nettle, run your arms through it about twice. You'll love it. It's real good for you. That one's in rocks. Here. Got that one. It's a good one too. Look at the tops on this. Alright. I see some on top of this bank right here, y'all. Have to beat the stingweed back. That stuff loves me. That's a pretty nice work. I see the old, oh gosh, dog, that stuff's mean. Whew. I had one guy comment on one of my videos last year. He said, dang, nobody talks that loud and hollers and goes on in the woods. Not a real digger. You're exactly right. To an extent. The difference between what I'm doing and what you've obviously been doing, whoever you are, is you're trespassing and I've paid money to get in here. I'm gonna tell you something, that's a fact. That is a fact. It's called being blessed. Because I absolutely used to sneak in here. Don't get it wrong. I used to. When I was young, I would sneak in here. And the guy that I got on the lease, he knows. I've told him. I was like, yeah, man, I used to sneak in there when I was young all the time. Guys, I see some I missed over yonder. And it looks like pretty good. Looks like some pretty good ones. Okay. A real digger. Give me a break. People kill me. To each their own, I guess. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That is what I'm talking about. I mean, there's some amazing clumps. There's no doubt about it. Lord have mercy. But it's mainly one or two or a couple big ones. This one here is a little better than them other ones. About coming apart. Got 4 good ones that time. That's a sight. I mean, that's a sight. Big old hairy roots, good caliber roots on them. No strings. No strings. I better hush, I'll get a copyright. You know it. y'all, that done them in. This thing would eat me up. I'm gonna ride down through here, and I can't go to the creek right here. The briars are so bad. I'm gonna go right down here, put my gun up, and you know, camouflage and stuff. And I want to check around this creek and see if there's any Pakistanders over in there and Hepaticas and stuff. Alright, y'all, I went down the Guff, plumb to the gate, both sides of the creek, both bottom sides of the mountain. Not a single Pachysandra. Even went around up on the side a little ways around through there. But came back to where I was, took the four-wheeler and started riding briars down, and pulled up in here and looked over to my right, and right here's a few clumps. So let's see that woman's biscuit that was in such a bad mood this morning, you know it. That killed me. I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't help it. I said, you know what? I said, I want 2 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. And she got them out, and I said, can I get tomato on both those, ma'am? You know, real friendly. And she said, you know, she went over and put tomato. I had to unwrap them, wrap them back up. She probably wanted to set them down, and I said, have you got any napkins? And she said, the what? You know it, Huh? I was like, I was half asleep feeling goofy anyway. I got back out of the truck and laughed. I know the feeling. I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep. That banquet last night, it was so good. When I got home, I was just so, like, my cup had overflowed, you know. So down yonder, about 75 yards is where we just dug those. Guys, these briars right here are too thick. I can't be pulling that camera through that stuff. So I'm gonna take, I'm real sleepy. I'm gonna take my digger and sack, and I'm just gonna go slow and try to get every single one that I can find. And then I get the truck, we'll count them. I'm gonna vent eating here, and then I'm gonna get with it. Guys, I just walked up through there about 150 yards and found a patch, but they're not big thick clumps like this one. But hey, look here, after I dig these, I'm gonna go up there and dig them. Ooh, these in the rocks. Hard to get them like that without breaking them. I could tell them over there would be real rough digging, but I mean, I've got to have them, so I'm fine with that. Get in my dirt. Them are in a bad spot. Well, y'all, I came up in this thicket. It's like an island. The creek's going around on both sides, and I've dug about 10 yards there and got a bunch. But before I did, I was on the other side of the creek, man, in rocks, and look here, it absolutely killed me. But there's a lot of these in here, but they're kind of small, but they got real good roots, and a lot of them don't even have tops. But they, at least they're not in rocks like that over there. Check this out. Look at that. I may have y'all too far away. I'm just exhausted, but look, I want you to look at that. Get that tree root out. That is wild, man. And look here, I've walked, I'd say since daggum 5:15 this morning, I've probably covered at least 3 miles. Because I walked a long way turkey hunting. A long way. A lot further than I thought I was going to. Where it was dark. Everything looked the same. And boy, I parked in the wrong place. But I'm telling you, they're in here. I'm just jerking them up left and right. everything that my wife's told me to get for the past month. Even stuff I wasn't sure where was. Look here, I've went and dug the forward of it. I'm so blessed. Look here. Look at that. Ain't that a sight? There's 3 right there. I'm sure y'all are wondering, I wonder what he gets paid a piece on these. And I get 40 cents a piece on these. So them 3 that I pulled up my hand, that was $1.20. But we run a nursery, and my wife don't want me to tell what it is. She's afraid that she'll get harassment, because I'm gonna tell you something, they are some crazy people out there. I had a guy the other day, man, attack me on YouTube for well, he said, how would you like it if somebody slapped you like you slap your chickens? You know it. And if y'all watch my channel, you know I love my chickens, man. My chickens have got the best life besides that fox. I don't think there's any other chickens that has a life that good. I love my chickens. But I've had people, I had one guy literally make a death threat, and I just can't, you know, you see what I'm saying? Look at that. 80 cents right there. But you want to talk about tired, I'm going to tell you something. I've had about 3 hours of sleep, or 2. Went to that banquet last night, worked yesterday. And man, I am dragging. But boy, I've got a day's digging right here already. And it's really gonna help my wife. I'm gonna tell you something else there's a lot of right here too. That sounds like a cow elk. I've never heard that sound right there. I want to tell you something else that's in here too. There's probably 500 right here. Is white triums. If the video ends, guys, my battery's running low. I've shot a lot of footage today. I'll have to let it charge when I get home. And that way I can download it and start editing. Well, that stingweed earlier in them big ones we was in over there, it mauled me. I mean, it flat out ate me up, boy. That's crazy that I managed to get in these like this, because I'm going to tell you something, I walked a long ways and didn't see them. When these things bloom, man, they bloom like in February. They are so pretty. I'm pretty sure they bloom in February. I can't really remember. I know it's early in the year, but they're so pretty. They've already bloomed this year, but they're evergreen. They stay up all year. See, even them little top ones has got big old roots in here. Them rocks I was in a while ago, oh my Lord. I was having to work them up with my hands. And man, I'm going to tell you something, I'm all in poison oak right now. You see this? See them 3 leaves? Poison oak usually eats me alive several times a year. And I guess you're either going to fly or die, because I must get immune to it. Now, it'll eat me up every now and then. I got in some the other day that mauled me, buddy. I'm still broke out right there from it. I used to scratch it till it bleed and put bleach on it. See, look there. See how that big poison oak right there was in between my fingers? That's just part of this, man. That's just part of it. But I'm going to label today's episode Tennessee Outdoors. I think because it's hunting, four-wheeler riding, hiking, and digging plants for, landscape and nursery work. So that's all I got for y'all guys today. I'll make y'all some chicken videos of my chickens after a while. And I got a story to tell y'all about the fox, and I don't even know if I want to tell it. It's so crazy, it's hard to believe. But God bless y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm fixing to dig the rest of this patch right here and go home, take a shower, and hopefully my wife will let me go to sleep. I'm scared to go home. I'm afraid she'll make me start packing, and I can't. I don't want to make her mad. I love her. Not today, but we'll see y'all on the next one.
Break of dawn, coffee's hot and the boots go on. Chicken scratched by the old fence line. Sun's coming up and we're feeling fine. Pigs in the pen kicking up some dust. Hard work's honest and a man needs trust. From the garden rows to the tall pine trees, we're living like the country way we please. Down in the hollow where the creek bed sings, deep in the woods where the ginseng springs, honey from the hive and the soil on our hands, thankful for this piece of land where roots run deep and freedom's giving pigs and chickens, bees and things, wild hills growing ginseng. Simple life that heaven brings, work all day, rest when we're done, living life one rising sun.